So I've had quite a few people reach out, especially from our old neighborhood, wondering what happened and where we ended up. Because when we originally sold our home back in September, we had bought land in Payson and we were going to build a barn dough and do like the mini farm life. We quickly learned that you cannot live on your property until you're actively building. So we ended up parking our RV at an RV park in Camp Verde. It's called Verde Ranch RV Resort. Payson just didn't have any good options for us there. I couldn't do like a dirt lot because living in an RV with 6 kids is more than enough, and I didn't want to add dirt on top of it. So Verde Ranch was amazing. While we were living there, we were getting our building plans together, and something kind of snapped in my husband and I. We both realized that Payson really wasn't gonna be our spot. Our property was gorgeous. The trees in Payson are amazing, but we would go up there and spend some time on our property and then be like, okay, now what? Because there's just not a whole lot to do in Payson. Camp Verde, on the other hand, you are 45 minutes to Prescott, which I love, like Whiskey Row, and their little downtown is super cute. You're 40 minutes to Jerome, Sedona. We can randomly last minute plan a hike in Sedona that day and be up there in less than an hour. We're close to Payson still, we're close to Phoenix. Camp Verde really allows us to access like all of our favorite parts of Arizona. Cottonwood, the wineries are incredible. So we ended up deciding we wanted to stay here, and we were perusing Zillow kind of obsessively because living in an RV with 6 kids is exhausting. It was a great experience though, don't get me wrong. We spent 7 months there. I really got to learn how to slow down as a mom and enjoy being a mom and watching my kids play. So that part I will forever cherish. I have a deep love for our RV. I'm fairly attached to it, and I'm doing everything I can to get it up onto our property so we can still have it and use it. The house we bought is half the size of what we came from, so it'll be nice to have that space to kind of spread out, and when we're outside we can just hop in there for snacks, and Josh can use it as his office and have all of his baseball cards in there. We plan on pulling the couch out and making that our gym, putting like the treadmill and the Peloton and our weights in there. So it's going to be like an extension of our house. Anyways, we were looking at Zillow trying to find a house, and we stumbled upon the house that we bought. It was a VA loan assumption, so we scored a major deal, and we got like a 2.5% interest rate on this house. It's a beautiful home, but the outside needs a lot of love, and it's small. I absolutely love the size of it. Our kids are always around us anyways, so it just eliminates like wasted space, to be completely honest. We don't have, every space is used. It has allowed us to minimize our life and my time spent cleaning, which is huge. So yeah, we're here in Camp Verde, and we are going to make this house our home. I don't know if it's forever, but it's for now, and we're gonna put in some hard work and make it really dope. Oh, and something else we would not have been able to do had we lived in Payson is starting the business. Camp Verde is really lacking things for kids to do inside. We have the library, which is awesome. It's a great library. But otherwise, you have to drive to Cottonwood or Prescott Valley to take your kids anywhere fun that's indoors. And it was like end of April, and Josh was like, there's no esports Little League teams. Like, why most kids play video games. Like, why can't you get coaching and participate in tournaments and that sort of thing? And I started doing some research and realized he was right, and we jumped on opening up screen time fairly quickly. So we found a space to rent that's like $1 per square foot, which is unheard of, and it's large. Like, we have like 1,000 square feet to use, and Now that we've been open for about a month, we're ready to add the academy piece back in. And so we're adding tutoring services and trying to really bridge the gap between video games and education. There are a lot of valuable things happening when your kids are playing video games, and one thing I highly suggest doing if you're scared of video games is sit down and try to play them, because it's super hard. And once you realize what your kids are doing while they're playing those games, it's going to blow your mind, the amount of the thought process that goes behind what they're doing and how they're playing the game, and the strategy and the teamwork. And also with screen time, when you have kids physically in the same space playing video games, it's a lot more fun for everybody. That's something that we learned in our old house, because we had transformed our dining room into a video game room, and we put up like 4 TVs on the walls and had all the systems plugged in so all the neighbors could come over and play at the same time. And it was always just super fun and loud. And as much as I get overstimulated by sound, I really do love when our kids are having fun and being loud. So that's kind of where screen time came from. So this whole move was not at all what we had originally planned, but it's where we are, and we are not living an ordinary life, that's for sure. But I highly suggest taking leaps and doing things and getting wild, man.